broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one wrong way. Richer than me. This ain't up for debate. You out of luck. Maybach, lay back, matte black. Just to on your truck. Now I'm in the AMG with the all black tint. They don't know it's me, but they got a little hint. How you worry about it when you can't pay rent? I've been there. Lago and Bowie, I went there. Off of MLK, used to live there. Basketball on the tail, used to win there. Up in the cell at 17. Back in jail with no bail at 19. Up the road with the life is at 20. Made my first 100,000 at 23. Now who is he or who is she to speak on my name when you ain't me? Why they talking I'm overseas? Biggie Smalls when I move, it was all a dream. Keep on talking and pump me up. Call me lucky, I guess I got them.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets and their inner city rivals, the New York Giants. It's the battle for New York, or New Jersey for that matter. The Giants and Jets are underway. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Dak going to start out going to the air. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rusher's right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield, showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. When you talk about this Jets defense, against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap, because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
To the air again, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field. Was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And down to the 20 he'll go before rolling out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They'll come up 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Jets will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Rodgers going to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are... at the 28-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And this one's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Catch made here by Campbell. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Back to the same target, Campbell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those.
And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. Dak Prescott with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the Giants' 33-yard line.
And right side, they're going to go option here. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On play action, now Rodgers. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Zerline's kick is up and through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step.
Well, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10.
Giants 17, Jets 10.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Holmes returning from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 92 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Barkley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Off the play fake, Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This looks like a free play for Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. Prescott now. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Now Dak, he wants to change the play. A first down throw for Prescott. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second down and 3. They'll throw again. Prescott. That's caught by Waller out left side. Well, the Giants are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
All right, fellas. One more time.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Going in motion left, that's Campbell. Second down, Prescott. And he's got it. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Now they send a man in motion right. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Dak Prescott as the first half is winding down. And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Let's go back over Dak Prescott's career. 6 rushing touchdowns in each of his first 3 years, but only 1 in each of the last 2 seasons. As a veteran, he's become much more judicious about when it's time to take the ball and go for the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Rodgers now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration can wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters they have... Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Giants have it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. The York now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
The score, Giants 31, Jets 13.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Rodgers pass intercepted. The Giants take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Second down, here's Barkley again. Wiggles free. And he'll go down at the 28. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's Prescott. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Prescott. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Cade York on now for the field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach. And
you know they won't admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
7 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Look at the big man rumble. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there. Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
First down, Prescott. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 24 yards the game there. Another first down as well.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. On play action, Prescott. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Saquon Barkley running right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world.
A 22-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Giants are going to get the football back. His time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So that's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Giants are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a giant 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
In motion right, Campbell.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Able to power through. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Prescott, he's going to change things up here. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they'll audible to something else.
Prescott from the gun. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing, Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another.
And now here is another interception. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle by Quincy Williams. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll go to Barkley again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 5.
183 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. A handoff to Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They get it to him running left. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.